Hey, how's it going? Do you know what this is? Of course you do. It's a VHS. This is what they used to put movies on before they invented DVDs. And you could go to the store and buy blank VHSs. And if you had a VCR that could record, you could record live TV to watch later. Long story short, I was at a yard sale about a year or two ago. Dude had a big old giant box of old VHSs. And yes, I still do have a VCR in functioning condition. Actually, me and my wife owned multiple, really. But going through the box of VHSs, I come across this thing, a, blank VHS that was recorded over, and the sticker on it says it contains Beavis and Butthead. Already, I'm like, oh, hell yeah, because growing up, I was a huge fan of Beavis and Butthead. That was like, that was South Park before South Park. I just imagined that this is just going to be filled reel to reel with Beavis and Butthead episodes, much like the DVDs you can buy now. Yes, there's a lot of Beavis and Butthead on here, but it is filled with vintage television from 1993. And that's what we're going to take a look at today. Mostly, we're going to be looking at the commercials and all the other vintage ads they had from back when. I'm not going to go through the Beavis and Butthead episodes because honestly, if you want to watch Beavis and Butthead, go buy the DVDs. They're on streaming services. But we're going to watch is all the commercials and vintage bumpers from a time when MTV used to be the greatest television network out there. This first commercial is for MTV Unplugged. Believe it or not, MTV used to have a show called MTV Unplugged, where they would get a big name band to come play a one night only acoustic set, like, REM, Smashing Pumpkins, fucking Alice in Chains, Kiss even had an MTV Unplugged episode. Nowadays, MTV features so little music that it's like kind of mind-boggling that once upon a time they had a show completely dedicated to a live performance from a big name band.
Best of MTV Unplugged tonight at 9.
Man, I really missed that. Oh yes. This gives me a nostalgia rush like none other. This is a commercial announcing that Mortal Kombat is coming out of the arcade and onto Genesis, Super Nintendo, and it was a call to arms. Anybody who had one of those home consoles at the time was like, fuck yes. Fuck yes. This right here is a strange advertisement. Be the music, as serious as you can get, on a tape. No, I remember a time when cassette tapes were the new thing. Forget those records, forget those 8 tracks. Cassette tapes is where it's at, man. That commercial's kind of funny to me because it's like, being like, this is the future of music. How far we've come. We don't even use hardware anymore. Now it's all digital media.
I want to be a pilot.
This is an advertisement that features James Dean, an American movie actor who died tragically in a motorcycle accident.
I like doing this acting stuff because you're always with thousands and thousands of people.
And it's for jeans. I don't know how long this jean company has been around, but James Dean died in 1955. Maybe he did wear those jeans back then. I don't know. Maybe they have been around that long. But if they haven't, oh, man. What you just saw there was an animated bumper for MTV. There's several scattered about this VHS that we'll unlock as we go on. That little snippet right there is full of so much personality and, creativity that it's just mind-boggling how stupid the network is nowadays.
What do you do with 1,000 people? A 9-story building.
What?
100 tons of explosives.
What?
Blast.
Cool. This commercial here really solidifies what year this is.
50 winners and their guests will join the Demolition Man Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes to rampage for the premiere party of Warner Brothers' new blockbuster release, Demolition Man.
Cool. Because Demolition Man, starring Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes, came out in 1993.
One lucky grand prize winner has a date to attend the most explosive party ever. Win and you'll step up to a giant detonator and obliterate a 9-story building.
What?
Send a postcard with your name, address, telephone number, and age to MTV's Demolition Man.
Fuck yes. I get to go with them to a big-ass party and then blow up a building? Huh? Man, that seems fucking awesome. There we go. This is an advertisement for the console Sega Genesis.
We get Sega Genesis, the ultimate action system.
Oh, yes.
Mortal Kombat, the arcade edition, and the all-new Shinobi 3, and Marvel's X-Men. Now, things are pretty much okay.
I said chocolate chip.
Yeah.
Say
Awesome.
it.
I also can remember a time when even video game advertisements were a lot cooler. Nowadays, shit looks like a movie trailer, and they don't even play any damn game footage in the trailer. As short as these things are, I still really enjoy these parts.
World premiere videos from Pen Vogue, Guns N' Roses, Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown, Heather, Janet Jackson, Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Snoop Dogg, U2, Michael Jackson, and more. MTV, big stars, new videos, all this fall and all the time.
Here's an MTV ad where they are just advertising the fact that they're playing music videos, and not just any music videos, but the newest ones. And if you don't tune in, you're gonna be left in the dust. That is so funny considering what it is nowadays. This next commercial is just an advertisement for this band's new album, but to hell with that, they're on tour with Anthrax and White Zombie. Wow. Oh shit, 2/3 of that tour sound awesome. Don't know who that other band is, but hell with them, I'm going. Or at least I would have if I would have known about this tour when I was, I guess, 8 years old. Oh, wow. Wow. I have no words. That's just fucking one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
If it weren't for MTV, we'd all be complete losers. Right, Dad?
That's right, son. MTV, the most trusted name in music television.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I know what this is.
Sensing fuse. See it with a bud. Rated R.
Matthew McConaughey line, you got a joint, brother? Be a lot cooler if you did. Here we got a guy at a airport getting harassed because they found something in his coat. What is it? What can it be?
Car stereo. Pioneer Car Stereos offer you a detachable face for the ultimate in security.
Kind of wondrous looking back now how common of a feature that is was so new and revolutionary at the time. Yes. Whoa. Brings a tear to my eye almost.
Here it is, Madonna, the early days collector's edition, 96 pages, 65 classic pictures.
Very revealing. What a woman.
This is some ad for some, I'm assuming, Madonna biography magazine book thing. I'm not a huge Madonna fan, but I know a bunch of people are. But there's one thing that bothers me about the end of this commercial, though.
It's a 9x12 book.
Madonna, the early days.
Get the fuck out of the way.
Certificate of authenticity.
What the fuck? Fucking guy's trying to do a TV commercial and these fucking chicks are just getting in his face and shit. It's like, fuck off with that shit. Another wonderful piece of animation brought to you by a company that nowadays is devoid of imagination and creativity. Sorry if I'm sounding a little down whenever I see these, but it brings me back to a time when MTV was like the coolest television network in the world. It is so sad to see how far the mighty have fallen.
It's supposed to pack an awesome buzz.
Beavis and Butthead did toad licking before South Park and Family Guy.
Just northwest.
Here's a really strange Visa commercial
You can punch cattle instead of a
that involves ranching and cowboying and roping and stuff. You know, because when you're heading out on the cattle ranch, you need to bring your Visa card for whatever reason. I don't understand this commercial. It makes no sense to me.
Visa. It's everywhere you want to be.
Elephants.
To get the ivory tusks of an elephant, the elephant must die.
Fair warning before this next commercial starts, because it's a little gruesome. It's pretty much an ad for Save the Elephants and Stop the Poaching in Africa. Oh.
Some 70,000
Whoa!
elephants are slaughtered each year.
Whoa!
Tusks. If this continues, they'll be virtually extinct.
Bro.
For few bracelets. Call 1-800-344-TUSK today.
Don't kill fucking elephants for ivory. Leave the goddamn elephants alone.
I thought maybe today we'd make a scene that's very
Bob Ross.
beautiful little scene with a lot of color in it. Very easy that you can do. There we go. Okay, let's just put a happy little mountain. Something about like that. And let's paint several little happy trees. And push. Look at there. There. MTV, the land of happy little trees.
Yeah. Like, MTV ruled the fucking world, and Bob Ross agrees.
You thought they were extinct.
Uh-oh.
They're back.
Oh, cool.
Mutated and far more dangerous.
Yeah, Turok. Oh yeah, that's badass. Turok, the dinosaur hunter for the Nintendo 64, is pretty badass.
Only one man
Get him.
with mammoth firepower and a taste for big game can make dinosaurs extinct again. Turok, dinosaur hunter. From acclaim.
Whatever your day is like, you're probably ready for a blockbuster night. Blockbuster says thank you with the bonus box filled with snacks, coupons, and other cool stuff. Free with 3 movie rentals from Blockbuster. So tonight, make it a blockbuster night.
It's so wild to think that Blockbuster was such a huge part of my childhood and growing up that the fact that it's gone now is almost like a part of me is missing, you know? The next commercial is for Stephen King's new novel, Desperation, where they show clips from the movies like Pet Sematary.
Just $14.95 each, all with a cancel anytime guarantee.
And Cujo, all right.
Call now, and Desperation is yours free for 10 days.
You can call and rent the book.
Otherwise, we'll send you a new book every 6 weeks, each with a 10-day free trial. There's never Call for your free trial of Desperation.
Growing up, my mom has read and still owns every Stephen King novel he's ever written. This commercial here was like my first exposure to like Pet Sematary and Cujo. Like I was like, wow, what's that from? She's like, oh, those are from the movies. And I was like, can we watch them? And she's like, yeah, they're pretty scary, but I think you'll be alright. The original Pet Sematary movie, even to this day, is still one of the scariest movies I've ever seen.
Please, no, save me. Mercy, mercy. Goodness.
What
you go.
Where do you go when you want today's hottest dance hits on one unbelievable album?
Oh, yay. I remember they used to make fucking albums about every genre and then sell them on TV like this.
Awesome TV offer. Cassette $12.98, CD $17.98.
Ooh, CDs.
As the psychic solution travels around the country,
oh my
more and more
God.
people are discovering just how real their psychics are.
It's real. Back then, these psychic reading people were all over the place. I think they peaked in popularity with Miss Cleo. I believe she ended up being exposed as a big fucking fraud.
I'm gonna go home personally and tell a lot of people about this. I mean, it's so easy, you know, just go home and call.
She's
liar.
like to talk to on a weekly basis.
Wow. What the fuck
So get your
ever.
free sample reading now.
Whoa. The block of Beavis and Butthead comes to a close, and an episode of Ren and Stimpy is on now. Ren and Stimpy used to be a show on Nickelodeon before it got canceled, and apparently it got moved over to MTV. Ren and Stimpy is like Looney Tunes on amphetamines. It's just batshit insane, and sometimes a little psycho and a little creepy.
Hey, world! Am I happy enough? And
now, nevertheless, I love it. What the heck? And with that, the classic MTV footage comes to a close. We take a dramatic shift in tone and switch to a different network, which is CBS. Maybe I'll come back to it sometime later and just review the rest of that tape, but for right now, I think that's good enough. And if you're old like me and grew up watching MTV, then this is gonna give you a pretty heavy nostalgia rush. It does me. I've seen it a few times now, and it just, man, every time I see it, gets me right here, you know? Especially those old commercials, too. It's really funny how something that kind of drove you crazy back in the day could feel oddly nostalgic now. Almost like reliving a part of your life that kind of took for granted at some point. I never thought I'd be sitting here 30 years later being like, man, I miss old TV. Which back then I was probably doing what I was doing with it nowadays. Like, oh, stupid commercial, they play this shit all the time, blah, you know? But that's the way things roll sometimes. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you made it this far, then hell yeah. That'll do it for me now, and we'll see you next time.